Hey As Nation, thank you for checking out this video, guys. And here in Australia the other day, the 9 News Network released a video on their TV show A Current Affair of a report on the video game Fortnite. Now, for a lot of you guys know, I play Fortnite every single day. I live stream Fortnite every single day. It's the video game that I just happen to be streaming at the moment. So when I heard that my own country did a story on it, I was super curious to see what they would say. Now, this story came out a couple of days ago, and I haven't seen it, alright? Because I wanted to react to it live. I have yet to see this video, but I'm going to sit down here, we're going to break this down and look at this, and I'm going to tell you guys what I'm thinking, what I'm not thinking, and we're going to watch this video live, and we're going to see what the Australian news thinks of Fortnite. Alright, let's jump straight into it. Here we go.
First, let's move on. It was The Sims, then Minecraft, and Pokemon Go.
Now, don't get me wrong, just on a bit of a side note, I mean, The Sims was big, but would you really compare The Sims and Minecraft and Pokemon Go? Like, Minecraft and Pokemon Go were pretty big. I don't know if The Sims really equals up to that.
Actually, if you're my age, first it was Pac-Man, but never mind. Now the latest video
No,
game
please don't
craze
go
is
into that.
Fortnite. It's free, addictive, violent, and kids love it. Should you be worried?
It's currently one of the most popular video games in the world.
How can anyone lay down and play video games? Like, honestly, like I'm in a chair. Most people are in a chair. Like, I don't know. Credit to that dude, man. Credit to that dude for being able to do that.
46 million players worldwide.
Some of my friends actually can't get games like these.
Why is that?
Their parents just think it's not very good.
Fortnite is a cartoon.
So parents says, no, I don't like you, the idea of playing this, you can't play it.
Premise. Players are placed on an island armed with weapons. The aim of the game, to be the last one standing.
At the moment, it's he just cannot wait to get back into his room and play Fortnite.
Now, let's just be fair about that, okay? If this was a different game, if it was Call of Duty, Halo, Monopoly, look, kids play video games. Just because it happens to be Fortnite today, it doesn't matter what the game was going to be. Most kids want to just get home from school and play video games.
So why are kids as young as 9 playing the violent game?
Kids as young as 9, why are they playing the video game? That's on the parent. Look, the kid has no control. Parents who runs the house. If a kid that's 9 years old is playing this type of video game, that's 100% on the parent, not the kid.
Parents should absolutely be paying attention to the rating system.
Tonight, a warning from the experts.
There are many risks involved in playing violent video games.
Look, you're dead.
Ryan is 11 years old. His brother Dylan is 9. They're in the middle of a game of Fortnite.
Dusty shoulders. It's a strategic thinking game.
Credit. It's a strategic thinking game, you know. That's fair. It makes you think outside. I mean, maybe for military terms, but it's not really helping your education.
What he said.
After the break on A Current Affair, the kids who can't take their eyes off their screens, their concerned parents, and advice from the experts.
Again, that comes down to the parents. Like, I hear so many things like the kids can't take their eyes off the screen. You are aware as a parent, now I don't know if you're a parent watching this, you can go into your kid's room and say, get off. Like, you have all the power. And if you got a 35-year-old son living in your basement that doesn't listen to you to get off Fortnite, then you fucked up.
Welcome back. Fortnite is the latest video game kids can't get enough of. But when does a bit of harmless fun turn into an unhealthy obsession?
When a parent can't tell their kid to get off. Now, so don't get me wrong, okay? So I'm a parent. I've got kids of my own. I don't let my kids watch Call of Duty. I don't let my kids watch Fortnite because it is violent. I can understand that. But as a parent, I take responsibility to make sure my kids are not doing stuff like that. I take the responsibility to make sure that my kids are playing Sonic, Cars, or something that's in their age category. If you got young kids and you're letting them play Fortnite, that's 100% your own fault.
The violent video game Fortnite is designed for teenagers.
Exactly. It's designed for teenagers. So why are you throwing a story of the kids playing when really the story of the video should be why are parents letting their children play Fortnite, not why are teenagers playing Fortnite? God, A Current Affair, you're so useless.
But is being widely played by younger children like Michael, who is 11.
Yeah, you have to.
That's
make
the
sure
parents'
they
fault.
hit you.
So you have to kill others.
You shoot them.
Good strat, mate.
And then they just fall to the ground and die. It's not as brutal.
That's not brutal.
I wouldn't say brutal.
Okay, so just to think about that for a second, okay? Let's just think Call of Duty World War II, or even as far back as Call of Duty World at War. You could throw a grenade at someone, blow off their leg, and the character would be screaming, and there'd be blood, and the limb would be missing. Now, don't get me wrong, Fortnite is fairly violent, but it's not like the characters scream. It's not like their limbs pop off. It's not like they've got blood spouting out of them when they get shot. And when you get knocked down, you just go to your hands and knees, okay? Now, don't get me wrong, it's a violent game, but it could be a hell of a lot worse.
It's not so much angry, he's just frustrated.
Okay, if that kid's frustrated, you need to get in there, get in on some duos and help him get some wins. Because the only time you're getting frustrated on Fortnite is if you ain't dropping the W's.
Come on, we're gonna go to school.
She's concerned about the impact the violent video game may have on her son.
Now, let's have another look at this. Why are your children playing video games in the morning? Again, Fortnite's not telling him, hey, you've got to finish this challenge before you go to school. Why are you, as a parent, letting your kid play video games in the morning? Let them eat their breakfast, brush their teeth, and get dressed. No kid should have time to play video games in the morning. And to all of my younger subscribers who I'm telling their parents not to let you guys play video games in the morning, I'm sorry, but your education's more important than getting a quick win on Fortnite in the morning.
It was almost like he needed a fix, and that worries me a lot.
I didn't want to play it, and then until other people played it, and then now I'm addicted.
Just because it has those sort of colourful graphics and that cartoonish style doesn't mean that it's okay for your kids.
Seamus Byrne is a gaming expert. He says the game has
Gaming expert. I bet he's got like 10 wins on Fortnite.
parents because of its light rating. Violent video games are usually rated MA 15+.
This particular game doesn't have blood effects,
Hey, that was Tilted Towers. Maybe he's a gaming expert. If he's game to land at Tilted Towers.
for example. They're happy to give it that blue M where it's a guideline rather than an actual legal framework. There's no chat in this game in the way that some other things do. So when parents are worried about stranger danger type issues of online games, it doesn't have those kinds of...
Legitimately, is anyone really that concerned about stranger danger on online gaming? I play a lot of video games myself, and honestly, well, yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop myself there.
Tools as well.
They can actually show higher rates of aggression themselves.
Dr. Philip Tam is a child and adolescent psychiatrist who specialises in gaming. He says adolescents with conditions like ADHD, anxiety or depression are most vulnerable.
Ryan, get the loot chest.
Another big problem is
I don't know why I paused. I was just wondering if duos was split screen, but it's not.
excess of their real
Poor
world
kids got to share.
So there's a detriment in their schooling, in their healthy sleeping pattern.
Okay, now, no, don't get me wrong. Yeah, Fortnite's violent, but if it's affecting their schooling and if it's affecting their sleeping pattern, go to bed earlier or don't play Fortnite till you've done your homework. Man, I feel like there's so much of this that comes down to parents not taking the responsibility of what their kids are really doing. They just say, go play the video games, go look after yourself, and they allow video games to entertain them instead of doing something with them themselves or pushing them into the right thing. They're just, at the age of 11, they're saying, just do what you want. You know, they feels like they're just giving them no more guidance, or they've just given up on parenting.
General things of healthy family time.
Around 3 to 4 hours. 3 to 4, maybe sometimes 2.
So that's 2 to 3 to 4 hours of gaming on a Sunday morning. Now that is not daily, that's on a weekend. That's just Sunday, okay? Sunday, that's what that's for. Time to relax. Look, you might go out and ride a push bike or fucking, I don't know, do something with your mates, or you might play some online gaming. So look, to be honest, 3 hours on a Sunday isn't really not the end of the world. I mean, it's really not.
That's an axe, dum-dum.
Like many of their schoolmates, Ryan and Dylan could play the game for hours at a time.
What you really should be worrying out for is when your kid takes your credit card and donates $500 to a streamer, or buys every single skin in the store. That's what I'd really be more concerned about here, eh?
It's pretty much like a normal but unnormal life, because other kids in my class get to play 6 hours and all that. Like, someday they'd be wearing glasses, maybe.
Their mother, Jacqueline, has strict gaming rules in place. She allows the boys to play Fortnite on the condition their homework always comes first.
Gave into the peer
That's smart.
They don't play.
This chick seems alright. She seems honestly a bit more switched on with what's going on. Whereas the other ones just felt like they needed something else to blame other than themselves. But this one, this mum here, she seems fairly switched on, honestly.
It seems the quest for a higher score is hurting our mental health. Problems related to the excessive use of gaming will warrant a medical diagnosis when the World Health Organization adds gaming disorder to its classification of diseases later this year.
And now, again, that comes down to the Guardian. Guardian has 100% of the power to say, look, you've played for an hour, you can jump off now. If you've got a Guardian and your kid's been locked up in their room, they've played for fucking 8 hours straight, and you're just all like, oh, I'm sure they're fine. Like, come on, take some self-responsibility. It's really not that hard, eh?
Michael, I can see that you have an iPhone, and this game is coming to the iPhone, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
What does that mean for you?
So now, if I go out, I probably will be playing it.
Well, I told my mum and get him in trouble.
He's there. Go.
Dr. Philip Tam has some wise advice for concerned parents. He encourages healthy digital diet patterns for kids.
Credit to that kid for laying down and playing, man. That's crazy. Also, why is he wearing a hat at night time? Who's doing that? What the hell?
Maybe you've got half an hour left or you've got 5 minutes left. So always warn your child.
Alrighty guys, let me know down in the comments. I'm super curious to hear what your guys' opinions and thoughts are on this. Honestly, I really think that news report simply came down to the parenting. Be a better parent, be a better parent for your kids. Yeah, don't get me wrong, Fortnite is violent. It's not as violent as what other games are. But if you're letting your kids play Fortnite, then you got to ask yourself, why am I letting my child play this game? Now, don't get me wrong, like I can understand the whole peer pressure because other kids are playing it, but you know, you got to balance that out. You got to balance that out. Look, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, guys, don't forget to leave a big fat thumbs up on it. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later.